going on, everybody? Hope today finds you well. In today's video, I'm going to be going over some more feature updates of the user accounts. So, if you've been following the series, you'll have remembered that way back in the beginning videos, in the app introductory series, you would access a game through a common URL, where then you would be asked to enter your player handle. Now, obviously, the problem with this for any serious game is you have access, easy access to other players' accounts, right? Because you just enter their username, which you can see through the player hood and mess around with their stuff. But of course, this was never meant to be a permanent thing. It was more for demo purposes and to get across the functionality of the app. Now, we're going to see how that process has been revamped. So we'll go ahead here and log into Alice's account. And what we'll see here is that we have a couple of games in progress, right? So these games would have been created at some point before this video. Someone made a lobby, invited other players, and those players joined. And now those games are accessed through the Games tab, right? So recall, you have Games tab, your Profile tab, which includes your friend code, your Friends tab, which shows you your current friends, as well as being able to request new friends, and your Settings tab, which currently allows you to change your password. And here's your Profile tab, which allows you to change your username if you want, and to retrieve your friend code. So, in the Games tab, we can see the games we have that are active. These are unique games to the server. They have their own unique ID, so to speak. We can see which faction we're playing, our faction icon, the number of players in the game. And we can also see the other players and their faction icons, right? So you can see here the games are slightly different, because here Bob is the clan of Sar. Right? You can see that by hovering over the icon. And in this game, Bob is the Sardic Nor. Okay? So now all you have to do is click play, and you don't have to worry about providing a username or anything, as we'll see here. Right? So we log in, and the game is loaded into its current state, which is waiting for Bob to place the final system here. And you can see up in the URL, there's the unique game ID, right? But you can only access this if you're logged into your account. If you tried to enter this URL and you weren't logged into your account, or you weren't in the game, you won't be able to get into it. And of course, you'll have noticed that we weren't asked to log in our user handle, because that automatically is done for us since we're already logged in as Alice. So here, we're playing as Alice, right? As the Embers of Moat. So if we click back here, yeah, we're the Embers of Moat, right? And so, yeah, the game state is automatically saved and all that good stuff, right? Now, if we have a move to make in this game, we can go ahead and head over to it. And we can see in this game that the setup phases of placing systems, no one has placed a system yet, right? So a totally different game, a different stage, and just really simplistic to access it. So here, this game was created June 17 at 3:51 p.m. And we can see this game. This game was created on June 14th at 3:09. So now we have the functionality here to play multiple games at once. And I think theoretically you can have as many games as you want right now. Ideally, at some point there'll be like a little status message here, like game is currently in agenda phase, or game is in setup phase, or whatnot, right? Maybe also with a little indicator, it's currently your turn to make a move, right? Stuff like that. So that's really nice. Currently there's no way to end a game or leave a game. That functionality is still to be implemented. Of course, that can be manually done through the server if need be. But yeah, this is looking quite nice now. The functionality here, as you saw before, to start games. And you'll notice right now the only game mode is all random, meaning when these games were started, these factions were randomly assigned to the players. So I haven't yet come up with the ability to choose your own faction. Also, if you're interested in technical specs, the app currently is supported by 3 types of browsers: Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, and Microsoft Edge. So any 3 of those are compatible here. So yeah, if you're trying to create an account and access and you realize something isn't working properly, check first what browser you're using, because we've had that problem with app testing before. I forget what browser someone was using, but yeah, the app won't render the game objects unless the browser supports it, because not every browser currently supports the JavaScript library that we use to build the game objects. And what I mean by game objects is basically everything you see here, right? The system tiles, the decks, the buttons here, all that stuff requires 3 of those popular browsers. So odds are you probably have one of those installed. But if you don't, you're going to need to I would recommend installing them, at least one of them. Yeah, that's the update here for this video. Currently in a bit of a, how do I say, a limbo here when it comes to introducing new cards and factions, because we're focusing more on this user stuff, which is important if we want to get the game up and running for people. But soon we'll definitely be seeing a return to actual game content development, which I'm pretty excited for, because that's mainly what I focus on doing. So yeah, you can look forward to more of that in the near future. But we'll stop this here. Thanks for watching and be safe, and we'll see you next time.